Oh boys, it's going to be a good day for your health because we have another Rome 2 siege for you here as we are returning with another glorious battle here, and this is on Diospolis here. So yes, another Rome 2 siege means another day the Doctor is staying away as artillery rips through that Arvern unit. My gosh, wow, look at the hits they're getting here. I mean, what's that kills already on that? 22. Those poor Celtic warriors are absolutely getting savaged by artillery. And it looks like they are going to be facing off in a pretty nasty choke point here against Lusitani in this 1v1. It is a very small-scale Rome 2 siege. But I've been told it's a really, really fun one. I'm looking forward to seeing how this one goes down. And certainly, Lusitani, you know, a really fun faction. Some really high melee like stats on some of its units, but like its armor is just horrendous in some areas. But as you see here, the Lusitani swordswomen already going to battle. They are losing to the Celtic warriors here. Their stats are 40 melee attack. They have better melee attack. Their weapon damage is worse, and armor is obviously just like a lot worse. They have 15 armor. So yeah, so they have great melee attack, terrible armor. Lusitani. It's kind of like their thing. Kind of along with the Aravaki and with quite a few of their units as well, being similar to the Lusitanis. But they do have some very, very nasty high melee units as well. I mean, we've got Iberian swords that are a bit more, you know, typical. Still only have 15 like armor. But then you got Lusitani swordswomen here as well. What else have we got? We've got the Lusitani nobles, a solid unit. Iberian swords. I presume we've got a lot of veterans shield warriors, 50 melee attack, 30 armor. A little bit better. Certainly stuff that can certainly do a lot of hitting. And we've got the Levy Freeman here landing on the walls. They've just been slaughtered by Lusitani swordswomen there. And yeah, more Javis going in. Didn't wonder why we were getting just a random bit of lag. But there you go, we've got Lusitani swordswomen going in. But yes, we are back with some more Rome 2 action. I hope you guys are sitting comfortably and preparing for a glorious bit of ancient warfare. As this is certainly going to be an unusual one. Certainly I'd say with like factions being chosen, also scale, and also the direction of the attack going on. Like a 1v1 siege, we don't have to see those very often. But it's a pretty long one for a 1v1 siege. So evidently it's going to be a close one, and it's also going to be a pretty tactical one, that is for sure. I think both players here are a pretty good quality, that's for sure. You've got Lusitani swordswomen here jabbing down. This is always a really good strategy here from players. You're just using your jab, trying to, you know, get good angles. So he's using sort of like, yeah, good sort of like height advantage here to jabby into the ongoing fight below. Yeah, I hope you all having good days and, you know, getting ready to enjoy a bit of Total War. Maybe chill after a long day of school or work. As I'm recording this, I'm away actually, so I'm probably chilling myself. So I'm currently in Poland. But I thought, you know what, you guys can't miss out on any Total War action, so whilst I'm away, so I thought I'm going to pre-record a whole bunch of videos for you guys. This is one of the ones I chose. I felt like it was something a little bit different going on, certainly a different angle to like being attacked on Diospolis, which is, yeah, just a really weird attack on this front. You can't really land your towers, as you can see here. I don't know if you can just sort of, I don't think you can even just land and just like come through that choke point there. It'd be great if you could like just rebuild this bridge and come across. So right now both sides sort of just dueling. We've got Gallic hunters here. I think they're trying to take out the Bastion Ballista. I'm not really sure. But yeah, it's pretty much just going to turn into a one choke point battle. As both sides sort of just fight over that. And also, I guess, landing on the wall here. These swordswomen, they are probably going to struggle against the slightly better Arvani units like the... I mean, the Celtic warriors are not necessarily better, they've just got more armor. Yeah, Lusitani women losing here. So yeah, I would say, like, obviously they've got a lot of decent units, but it's just whether their armor's going to withstand, like these swordsmen as well. I mean, they're actually getting some good kills, 125 kills. It's pretty insane. And the fighting chosen swordsmen down here, which are losing. They've got Balearic slings, which is going to be difficult to use, I would have said, in this situation because they can't arc, they need a direct line of sight. And then it's sort of like one choke point situation that they find themselves in. Yeah, they're going to kind of struggle. We've got a bit of a 4-on-3 here in favor of the Lusitani.
Wait here.
A proper nice little duel. 3v3 now. Even oh, 3v2. Oh, that's a 2v2. And then it's become a 3v2, 4v2 in favor of Arverni. Oh my gosh, what a little duel that was in the last guy standing here. This tiny little shield. In comparison to the Gallic one, yeah, tiny. Oh my gosh, there he goes, murdered. Rip in peace to that guy. The Sunny Swordswoman here, just again getting all their jabbies off first. So yeah, the player making sure that they use every little bit of ammo before they go into combat. You're getting 30 kills there before really going into melee. Very, very good, that's for sure. We've got missiles now coming over the top. Gallic hunters here, helping to kill off the Lusitani Swordswomen, and that has unlocked this sort of point here on the wall. Levy Freeman and Celtic Warriors going to be able to progress along it now. We've got Balearic slingers here. Waiting, but they're not going to be able to stay here for long because those swordsmen and spearmen are going to slaughter them. So it looks like they're going to have to either come off the wall or they're going to have to keep fighting for that wall with the swordsmen or swordswomen. Yes, the women of Iberia fighting in the front lines here. Fighting to save their kingdom. Maybe like all the men, I don't know, like died in a battle already before. Now it's just like the women have to rise up and fight. Yeah, the Sunny Swordswomen, they're fighting on here, doing their bit. I mean, fighting against 3 chosen swordsmen, sorry, not going to be easy. So, yeah, they're your Sunny. Probably going to get pushed back from there. I imagine they're going to probably try and hold in that same area. We've got loads more Iberian swords, veteran shield warriors, all just scattered around here. Whether they're worried they were going to land something this side. The main cap point is here. So I don't think Lusitani will fall back too far. I think they're going to keep fighting for these single choke points, potentially. Artillery coming in, just devastating the place. The Balearic slingers shooting their shots, taking out those Celtic warriors that are waiting up there. They are dealing with the Levy Freeman easily enough. The swordswomen can deal with those. Celtic warriors getting pelted as they come down. But yeah, it doesn't actually look like they are planning to hold here any longer. It looks like, yeah, Lusitani is giving ground. You can see they're retreating. Looks like they're maybe going to fall back to this this large area here to maybe try and get better angles for their slingers, which is not a bad idea. And also looks like they just want to maybe just allow more units to have an open front. Now, one-on-one doesn't seem to work at all with Lusitani right now. I mean, they're not getting one-on-one here, though, to be fair. The 3-on-1, and he's got spammed out the chosen swords. That is the play here. Celtic warriors. Well, actually, a lot of cav in the sense we've got one heavy horse. I guess maybe worried about a psy-out, but they don't really have great cav. Lusitani, unless you're going to spend a lot of money on it. No, I wouldn't say cost-effective cavalry. Lusitani swordswomen, though, slowly but surely being chopped down. It looks like they are going to take that Celtic warrior, though, with them. So that's a result. Another Celtic warrior being shunted along, though. It's a pretty weak one, though. But after that, it looks like, yeah, sort of the next stage of the Rome 2 siege is going to be that next sort of line of defense. Which actually, yeah, they're not even holding that either. They are falling back even further. Yeah, I don't know where Lusitani plans to hold, but I guess further back. Maybe they want to try and outflank. They've got quite a lot of units left, a lot of swords left, which is promising. Arverni, you know, kind of has got through most of his, I'd say, cheap swords. But yeah, he's got certainly, I'd say, a fair core of really, really good units, these chosen swords. But are they going to be able to go toe-to-toe with the veteran sword warriors? I don't know. They're pretty solid. He's still got loads of them, yeah. But yeah, it's got a fair few. But yeah, like 75 melee defense, 50 melee attack, armor 30, which is obviously the only concerning thing. Like if you can shoot them, they die pretty quickly. The Chosen Warriors, yeah, like I mean Chosen Swordsmen, sorry, they have 62 melee defenses, pretty good. That's pretty good as well. But 34 melee attack is a little bit less than what the Lusitani have. Weapon damage is 40. Yeah, their weapon damage is 36. Yeah, it's close, I'd say. And so the stats between the two vary. They're going to be quite close I feel like, in some manners. But there you go. That is sort of the first part of the siege over and done with. It looks like they're pretty much wrapping this up here at the Arverni. They're then going to just prepare for the next assault, just capping that capture point to get a bit of a morale bonus. But yeah, if you want to send in any of your own Rome 2 replays, feature on the channel. This one was sent in by a sub. He said it was a pretty close one, really fun one. Then feel free to do send them into my Discord. The link is down below in the description. As always, I'm looking for more Rome 2 replays. I want to try and get more out there for you guys to enjoy. Because quite a few have been, really interacting with them, really enjoying them. So yeah, I hope you guys wanted to see more. I think I was going to make a cut, but I don't think I'm going to now because I think Arverni is kind of, he is just speeding on. Well, maybe just fast forward as we wait for Arverni just to, plod on ahead. And yeah, if you want to see more Rome 2 on the channel as well, if you're a big fan of it, like I was saying, then do subscribe, do leave a like, comment, all that shenanigans. We are working towards 12k subs, and we're getting mightily close. If you haven't already subscribed and you're, new to the channel, feel free to, help out and get us towards that new milestone. And I was going to say they were making a move, but maybe they're not. So we'll just keep fast forwarding. I honestly thought they were like, oh, they're getting ready to go, but I think they're waiting for these Celtic warriors here. They want to send in the cheap boys first before they send back in the slightly more expensive Chosen Swords. I wouldn't say they were that expensive. But in a game like this, maybe, funds are a bit lower. Chosen Swords, a bit more prized. Yes, no Oathsworn in this one from Arverni, which are their best swords. Only the general is the Oathsworn unit, and but they can do a lot of damage, that's for sure. But they'll go up nicely hand in hand against the general. The Lusitani nobles are a really strong unit as well. And it looks like Lusitani is making a stand here. He's got his veteran shield warriors ready to go. Got Bale Ericsson is also sort of hitting these Celtic warriors as they come forward, trying to do a bit of damage, killing a few of them as they advance. I imagine he's going to charge bonus of 30, so I can't imagine he's going to stand still, that's for sure. But we'll see. Oof, yeah, look at the jabbies. He kills so many of these Lusitani. Like when they get hit. There you go. Lusitani go in. Let's see how they do. They are winning. Kind of would hope they would do. They are like superior in every manner to Celtic warriors. The Javies coming in. I feel like they're jabbing most of the back of their own troops there. Arverni. The Lusitani swordswomen coming up. They're cycling out their Celtic warriors, sending in the Chosen Swords. Celtic warriors wavering on their withdrawal there. And now we have another single point grind, which, like I said, Arverni will favour. I feel like with their superior troops, they're preferring just taking on one choke point at a time, just forcing units into these single choke points. They can use their archers to loop over the top, and they're getting some good jabby shots. Well, I say they're getting good jabby shots. They're getting some. Swordswomen are losing. Those veteran shield warriors pretty battered. They lost 50 guys, killed 77 though. It's not a bad trade. It looks like the Arverni are getting ready to advance in a few other areas as well. Also pushing towards the walls over here. It's interesting. And yeah, Lusitani's got a lot of troops over here by this wall. I think he also was thinking of, I don't know, it looked like he was going to sally out for a moment, but maybe not. It looks like they're just all going onto the wall. Certainly feel like, looking at balance power, actually, balance power is massively in favor of Lusitani. I feel like at this point. Maybe that's just because of numbers of units. It's relatively even, but I'd say slightly in favor of Arverni. Sorry, of Lusitani. Maybe that's because they have more units. Unit count comes into it. Certainly they Arverni have the better units. It's coming to a quality versus quantity sort of question. go, Lusitani swordswomen. Still losing. Still losing. Veteran Shield Warriors going in, getting another charge off, trying to get that charge bonus. Iberian swordsman here just trying to get some javi shots off. I don't know how many javis they have, if they have more than the typical 2, but they are. It's seeming like they are throwing in a constant flow here of javis. There you go. Looks like the swordswomen are going to rout there. The veteran shield warriors, they're losing decisively. Thing is, you can just javi and just like shoot these opponents to death. That's the problem. Like Lusitani, they might have the balance power, but you can just kind of kill their army quite easily with missiles. And as far as I'm aware, the Gallic hunters here still have plenty of ammo to use, and they are now shooting Balearic slingers back here. Not a bad target to try and take out. Take out your opponent's range is always a good idea. I mean, in the case of Lusitani, I maybe wouldn't worry about it so much because they've got to get direct lines of sight. They are, to be fair, screwing that Balearic slinger very nicely there. And we've seen no advance elsewhere. They just seem like they're going to be single-minded, go through this one choke point. Balearic slingers, though, they are dead. Another one is coming forward, and that might just face the same fate, to be honest, as the first one. I think they are going to... Actually, no, they're not changed target. They're still shooting that one. They also kind of hitting this one as well. Slingers, yep, starting to get absolutely filled with arrows here. Look at that, it's been dropped. My gosh. Not looking good at all here for Lusitani. Can't win an infantry fight, can't win a range fight. Some of these chosen swords are going to have massive kills at the end. I can already sense it. It wasn't bad enough as well for these Lusitani. You're getting javied whilst in melee. Veteran shield warriors though going in. They might be able to stop these chosen swords. They are a fresh unit of veteran shields, but they are up against a fresh unit of chosen swordsmen. There you go. Missiles here just getting absolutely destroyed. Balearic thing is done for. It's still got 2 left. Surely they're not going to send them forward just to get shot up as well. But maybe they're thinking I'll use them to sort of... I mean, maybe the players thinking I'll sacrifice my slingers, use up all the ammo there so my swords don't get just like destroyed with missile fire. But it doesn't matter because the swords are getting destroyed in sword combat anyway. There you go, yeah, veteran shield warriors dying once again. In goes another Iberian. Well, this is an Iberian sword that thing's already been in. It's already pretty banged up. But another Iberian sword here. So yeah, these are lesser quality troops than the veteran shield warriors. Like I said, they're kind of the better troops that they already have available. They do have the Lusitani nobles, which are probably the best of the best. They are kind of running out of troops slowly but surely. The stacking up by Arverni is kind of working, but they are also running out of some troops. Some of these units getting low, 73, 44. Still got a couple of healthy ones to send in, though, that's for sure. Balance power is still kind of standing where it is. I think that, again, has a lot to do with unit count. The Lusitani have slightly more troops still. But they are bleeding through them quickly. Another Iberian sword being committed. Gallic hunters here. I think they still all have ammo. They've still got their bows out, which is the most concerning thing for the defenders here. These guys still have their bows as well. Yeah, all of them still have ammo, which is crazy. Balearic slingers trying to set further back, maybe, just to try and avoid getting shot.
Warriors, stop!
They are trying to use their ammo to, yeah, I think try and get kills on these chosen swords. But I think the archers here, they're going to try, again, just try and deal with these slingers where they can. I think as soon as they just come into range, or they can get into range against those slingers, they are going to get lasered by arrows. Reassuringly, though, there are some units of the Arverni that are starting to break, which is good news. It's just taking an awful lot of effort to kill them. Missile, to be fair, yeah, they're not even shooting the slingers back here. They're just going to shoot the veteran shield warriors, which also isn't a bad idea. Javi still going in from the Iberian swordsman. Chosen Swords still dying, though. That's a good sign. Veteran Shield Warriors dying as well. So both sides here slowly being worn down. No one's a winner in war, really. Everyone's just a loser, apart from, like, the victorious king who gets the land and the taxes. Everyone else loses a loved one, but, you know, gets maimed. Maybe you get lucky and don't get maimed and survive the war. Then you get the PTSD. Iberian swords here falling back, and look at this, taking the chance to just use their missiles here from Gallic slingers. Very, very nice. Keep, you know, just tapping on those shields of the chosen swords. They actually are doing quite a bit of damage. Slingshot's pretty like dangerous, to be honest. They're going to push forward here. Now they're going to be able to get side shots, and this is kind of what I felt like Lusitania was trying to do by falling back. Is, you know, if he falls back into the streets, he can get side shots and just sort of outflank and just overwhelm Arverni that way, rather than just going to a straight up melee fight like he's kind of done here, just gone face to face. Not really one at all. He's ground them down, though. There is not a lot of Arverni units left. Still some pretty healthy chosen swords. This one's really healthy. And then we've got, yeah, another couple over here that, you know, still around about the 100 mark. The Oathsworn yet to go in. This heavy horse, looking at it now, is not really needed. Maybe should have been another chosen swords. And then go the Iberian swords once again. And the chosen swords. I should have cut through these guys, like I said. They're not all that good. Iberian swords are winning here against chosen swords. My gosh, yeah, I think it's because of the slingshot ammo coming in. Doing a lot of, yeah, I can see a few slingshots flying by. And they're getting good side shots of those Gallic slingers. And that's actually what's downing those chosen swords. And now those Gallic slingers are starting to get the attention of the Gallic hunters here. I think Gallic hunters are, some of them might be, no, they're not out of ammo. They're just getting really close to the front line. But yeah, I think they are now shooting down this Gallic slinger. The other one, oh no, this is another Iberian sword coming forward. The other one is still yet to be used. Cavalry has like charged in, charging on those Lusitanian swordswomen. I can't imagine the cav could be quite useful for that. You know, getting a decent charge could weaken up these Lusitani swordswomen who are, you know, pretty low on armor. Actually getting charged might do some pretty decent damage to an Iberian unit. And there you go, Iberian swords going to break, but they might take that chosen swords with them. And they did. They are bleeding, slowly bleeding the Arverni dry, but it is costing them a lot. And we only have, well, the Lusitani noble here, veteran shield warrior, another veteran shield warrior, and then another Iberian sword here. So they only got like 4 effective sword units left. Arverni pretty low themselves. Generals going in, so here we go. A clash of battalions. Oathsworn versus Lusitani nobles. If the archers still here have ammo, then I would be shooting that Lusitani noble. Yeah, look like some of them still have their bows out. I would, like I said, get shooting into the side of that general. Kill him. You could win this game. Iberian swords winning over here. No surprise, they're fighting a very weak chosen swordsman. Cutting these guys down easily. over here as well. Cav losing as it's in prolonged melee here against veteran shield warriors. I feel like maybe going in for a charge, great. Staying in prolonged melee here, not a good idea. Infantry always wins against Cav in prolonged melee in Rome 2. Yeah, they are chopping those guys up. Very, very nice. That's going to be an easy win there, you'd imagine. Chosen Swords are actually losing here against veteran shield warriors. I think that's because of the missiles. Baerlex thing is again getting side shots into these guys. The veteran shield warriors also losing though. It's going to be close. The unit count. Oh yeah, Archer's coming in and helping to win that fight. I think they're thinking if they can win this fight here, they can then hammer and anvil the back of these Lusitani nobles, which are starting to lose. Oathsworn is also losing. Very, very interesting. It is super close, that is for sure. Really, really close. And yeah, I don't know who's going to win this one necessarily. If they've got enough missiles left, they can certainly turn some of these fights around, can the Arverni? It looks like the Arverni are about to get their archers silenced by the victorious Iberian swords over here who won in that isolated fight against the Chosen Swords. The archers trying to get out of there. Some of them are wavering.
Let's go.
The Cav's still in prong melee. Should have been moved out ages ago. And the general actually is pulling out a melee. That's gonna do a lot of damage for him. Lusitani nobles there going to take full advantage of that, I'd imagine. Oathsworn here now trying to turn around and deal with the Iberian swords. And I think that might be the mistake. Otherwise, I think he could have won that game. But I mean, it's still not looking good. I mean, on a time, there's still 4 minutes. It's certainly not looking good here for Arverni. A lot of his units are wavering and breaking. Iberian swords there getting routed. I don't know why the general didn't follow up. Those Lusitani nobles could have encircled this general, but maybe they, I don't know, want to use all their javies. Maybe they just wanted to hold their safe, strong position. See the Oathsworn here just carving their way through. The Baerlex slingers are trying to desperately get back to that general. See how they do Lusitani nobles here, winning slightly against the Oathsworn, who are combat even, but I don't know, it's going to be close. Unit count's pretty close. Swords here are shifting over to try and support. Archers here still have a bit of ammo, I think, is firing where they can. Seeing some abilities pops. It could all come down to that shield wall being popped here by the Oathsworn. Don't know if that's the one I would have popped. They're now losing. These veteran shield warriors here jabbing into the side of these Oathsworn. They're just hitting them. To be fair, actually, quite a lot of the Oathsworn unit is not really engaged. See Chosen Swords go in there. They're going to try and deal with those 18 veteran shield warriors that are left. It's insane. So few of them left. Popping a lot of abilities. Yeah, shield wall, battle rhythm. We've got a headhunt being popped. Like, kind of getting a little desperate. Chosen Swords here are going to rout the veteran shield warriors, though. Don't know if they have enough to really impact this next fight. General, though, is pulling out now for Lusitani. And General's died. Lusitani's general dies by pulling out there. I was like, the camera in the bottom left is flashing at me so much. But yeah, Lusitani has lost his general pulling out of that fight. General's died now as well for Arverni. I think that's in the Javi here. So it could just come down to sheer morale. Chosen Swords here are wavering. 153 kills already credited to them. Can they get a few more? Veteran Shield Warriors here are losing decisively. I was surprised this general's falling back. Like, just get back into the fight. I mean, he is tired, but still. You've got no time to hang around. Got to get back in there, kill those last remaining guys off. Oathsworn are down to 30, and the Chosen Swords, yeah, at 44. Veteran Shield Warriors are falling back as well. I mean, it's risky.
Back! Live to fight! fight another
This is the
day.
plan, just so we can get side charges, hit them from 2 different angles, potentially. Gallic Slingers, I think, still have a bit of a few stones in the tank that they want to use.
Get running.
But yeah, I'm surprised the Arveni player hasn't brought up the giant ballista crew just to, you know, just extra manpower, extra 40 guys. Yeah, he's doing an L for, or V for victory, I guess, if you look from this sort of angle, or an L for a loss if you're looking from this angle. But yeah, he's just forming up a right angle here, and yeah, you're just gonna force the Arveni. You got no choice now. If they want to win this fight, they're gonna have to charge into this formation. I mean, they could have gone around, but they would have just done the same formation somewhere else. They didn't go the Chosen Swords and the Oathsworn, and that's why he fell back. Is to get some nice easy side charges here and side shots with his jabbies. And Lusitani, by the skin of his teeth, is going to win this one, as the general there starts to waver and break, and with the Archer's Hills going into melee, and then probably going to waver and break pretty quickly on the charge here from these Lusitani nobles. And it's going to be GG for the Arveni, and they are unlucky to not win this one. I think bringing that cavalry, bit of a mistake. Generally should have just brought like another infantry unit, or two, if he had more, like enough for probably two Celtic warriors. But yeah, really good result there for the Lusitani, and yeah, unlucky for the Arveni there. Well done to both. A Pyrrhic victory for sure. This was sent in by Decibel, who was playing as the Lusitani. So yeah, thank you very much, man, for sending this one in. I know you have been waiting a while for it to come out, but it's certainly been a worthwhile wait. It was a really good fight, and well done to Pick as well. Did a very good job as the Arveni, unlucky not to win. But yeah, Decibel getting 222 kills here with his Lusitani nobles. 204 kills with the Slingers, 155, 153. Pretty reasonable kills for like units that were getting focused down mercilessly by Gallic hunters. Iberian swords, 146 kills. 170 kills here with another Iberian sword, 135. 169 kills with the Lusitani swordswomen. Most of them got like massacred, but that one did pretty well. Veteran shield warriors, 106, 132, and 128 kills. Then we have the Oathsworn General getting 226 kills there. 150, 195, 195, 161 with the Gallic hunters. They were the MVPs, to be honest, the Arveni army. They kept that army moving forward. 107 kills with the Celtic warriors there. 233 kills with the Chosen Swords. 180 with another there. 140, yeah, it's just solid kills generally all around for these Chosen Swords, that's for sure. But there you go, guys. That is today's Rome 2 Siege. If you did enjoy and want to see more, do check out the videos appearing on your screen now. Some glorious ones there. But until next time, guys, I'll see you folks in the next Rome 2 Clash. Bye for now.